Jamie Vardy to Ibrox. Rangers must replace Jefte with Ibrox swoop for offensive £13 million star. Aston Villa left-back coming. Dream deserves replacement. Rangers have lethal £5 million star on shortlist. Massive exits, shock signings, and a transfer twist that could stun Celtic. You won't believe what's unfolding at Ibrox. Just when you think you've got your striking options settled, the football gods chuck a spanner in the works. Cyril Dessers, the big man up top, took a sore one midweek, twisting his knee during the Champions League clash against Victoria Plzen. He was forced off, and Russell Martin's already confirmed he'll miss the weekend's match and is still a doubt for the all-important first leg against Club Brugge. Now, say what you want about Dessers. He misses his fair share. 47 big chances in 2 seasons is no small number, but he does find the back of the net. 34 Premiership goals since arriving from Cremonese. You'll miss that output when it's not there, whether you're his biggest critic or not. And here's where things get interesting. With Hamza Igamane possibly off to Everton and Danilo flattering to deceive more often than not, Rangers are seriously eyeing a new frontman. And the name on the shortlist? Turgeman, a young Israeli striker, just 21 years old. But don't let the age fool you. He's been described as lethal in the box, and the numbers back that up. 15 goals in 31 appearances for Maccabi Tel Aviv, despite only starting 22 of those matches. That's a goal every 132 minutes. Not bad for a lad still learning his trade, but here's the rub. His club want around £5 million. New England Revolution already had a £2.6 million offer knocked back, so Rangers will need to act fast if they want to avoid another classic transfer window regret. You know the ones. Linked all summer, dragged out the negotiations, then watch the player go elsewhere and bang in goals while we're left scrambling on deadline day. Now, would it be a panic buy? Possibly. But unlike some knee-jerk signings of years gone by, Turgeman actually fits the long-term profile. Young, clinical, technical, a real project, sure, but with potential to become the main man at Ibrox for seasons to come. And let's be honest, if Dessers ends up out long-term, can you trust what's left to lead the line in Europe and mount a proper title challenge? Here's the question you need to ask yourself. If Turgeman really is that lethal, should Rangers break the bank and go all in for a future star? Or are you comfortable watching Dessers limp off and hoping Danilo suddenly finds his shooting boots when it matters most? Or to really stir the pot, would paying £5 million for a 21-year-old with zero European experience be smart business, or yet another gamble while Celtic sit back and strengthen? Well, it's all go again in the transfer merry-go-round at Ibrox, and this time it's the left-back slot that's causing a stir. 2 potential exits, 1 high-profile target, and a wee bit of drama thrown in. Exactly how you like it. Let's start with the facts. Jefte's off. Rangers have accepted terms with Palmeiras, and, by the looks of it, it's just a matter of the club making it official. Once tipped as a breakout star, he's now quietly heading for the door after slipping way down the pecking order under Russell Martin. Harsh? Maybe, but that's the ruthlessness Ibrox needs if we're serious about silverware. Then there's Ridvan Yilmaz. The Turkish international's been left fuming after Max Aarons, the new Bournemouth loanee, was handed the number 3 shirt. You don't need to be a mind reader to figure out what that means for his future. Besiktas are sniffing about, and it looks like Yilmaz could soon be following Jefte out the door. Now here's the big headline. Rangers are eyeing Alex Moreno. That's right, the former Aston Villa man, who cost them £13.2 million when they picked him up from Real Betis last year. He spent last season at Nottingham Forest, made 15 appearances, and still has that La Liga pedigree that makes you sit up and take notice. At 32, Moreno isn't a signing for the next 5 years, but he is exactly what Rangers need right now. Solid, experienced, no nonsense, and crucially, someone who's not going to get caught staring up at the lights when it's time to defend a back post cross in Europe. He's also got Girona and Betis interested, so if Rangers are serious, they'll need to move fast and show some ambition. And let's be honest, Max Aarons playing out of position at left back, that experiment's already on shaky ground. The lad's a right back. Trying to force square pegs into round holes isn't how you win titles or navigate Champions League qualifiers. So with two left backs heading for the exit, a Loney playing out of position, and a proven top-level defender potentially within reach, why on earth are Rangers even hesitating to go all in on Alex Moreno? Are we backing Martin to build a title-winning defense? Or just patching holes while Celtic gets stronger every window? Now here's a story that's got everyone chatting at the pub, in the group chats, and even the bookies are probably hedging their bets. Jamie Vardy, the king of Schulthausery himself, being linked with a move to either Celtic or Rangers. That Jamie Vardy, the same lad who terrorized Premier League defenses for a decade, lifted a league title with Leicester City that nobody saw coming, and somehow managed to be both relentless and a wind-up merchant at the same time. He's 38 now, soon to be 39, but apparently the boots aren't quite hung up yet. With Leicester behind him and no club confirmed, the rumour mill's been spinning over time. Brendan Rodgers worked with him during that Fairy Tale Foxes run, so of course the Celtic links are loud, but don't let that distract you. Rangers are very much in this conversation too. Russell Martin knows what he's capable of, especially with European qualifiers looming and a need for experienced heads who don't flinch under the lights. Let's not sugarcoat it. Vardy's still got legs. Scored in his final game for Leicester, and pundits like Craig Moore are saying he doesn't look like he's slowed down one bit. Still makes those darting runs, still bags important goals, and crucially, still lives for the big moments. That's exactly the sort of mindset you want at Ibrox when you're chasing titles and needing game changers. And it's a big but, this isn't just about what happens on the pitch. As Mark Guidi rightly pointed out, you're not just signing a striker, you're signing Jamie Vardy, the brand, the banter, the headlines, the entourage, the potential circus. Would he embrace the madness of an old firm environment? Absolutely. Would he revel in riling up opposition fans and scoring in front of a packed Ibrox? No doubt. But would it come with distractions? And that's the dilemma. Do you want that spark and swagger? Or is there a fear he turns into more of a sideshow than a savior? Here's the question. Would you take Jamie Vardy at Rangers for one season knowing full well he might score 20 goals and turn every match into a headline? Or is he just too much of a circus act for a club trying to build something serious? Under Martin, you can't build a title-winning side on imbalanced foundations, and right now, Rangers are walking into the new season with a glaring issue down the left-hand side. With Jefte's departure to Palmeiras all but confirmed, Russell Martin's got a serious hole in his backline, and it's the kind of gap that'll get punished if it's not filled sharpish. Enter Kasum Ouattara, 20 years old, bags of pace, eye for a pass, already strutting his stuff in League One with Monaco. Rangers have been sniffing about, and even if a permanent deal for the £13 million rated starlet looks unlikely, a loan could be on the table, and it needs to be seized. The stats are unreal. Ouattara created more chances, delivered more accurate crosses, and produced nearly 3 times the expected assists per 90 minutes than Jefte last season. And that was in France's top flight, not the Scottish Premiership. You want offensive flair from deep. This boy brings it in spades. He's not just a flying winger pretending to be a defender either. He's got grit. Over 6 ball recoveries a game in League Two and plenty of aggression in the tackle. A proper modern left back with bite and brains. But the reality is this: if Rangers dither, someone else will swoop in, possibly even Celtic, and that would be a gut punch. letting a generational full-back talent walk into Parkhead because we hesitated? Unforgivable. Here's the question: should Rangers smash their wage structure or bend the budget to land a player like Ouattara, knowing he could become one of the best left-backs the club's had since Papek? Or would letting him slip away be the sort of short-sighted move that costs titles and hands momentum straight to Celtic? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.